Alright, we are going to learn how to do the align assignment. Basically what we're doing here today is we're learning how to align objects and at least learning about the aligning window. So we're going to first go to Window, Align. Alright, it's over here usually with Pathfinder and Transform. I've dragged mine into and docked it into here. I'm going to put the properties away. So here's Align. You can see the align modes. Horizontal align left, center, right, so on and so forth. There's also distribution. I'll show you how to do that in a second. What we're going to do is we're going to make a bunch of different objects, different colors, different shapes, different positions around here. Just having some fun thinking about demonstrating what align does by having a bunch of different weird shapes all over the place. And not all just lined up with next to each other. Some overlapping, some different colors, whatever you got to do. So I'm going to make a collection of shapes. I've already made a collection of shapes over here. If you would like to, just make a whole bunch of stars. I don't care. Alright. This will also let me know which one is on top, which one's on bottom, and where they are arranged. Okay, so I've got a couple things going on. Great. I'm going to take these shapes, make sure they're a little bit smaller. We're going to do the same thing we do with that Pathfinder panel, and I want you to hold down Alt as you select all of them and click and drag another example over here. Alright. And I also want you to now take all those shapes, holding down Alt and Shift, drag them over here. Same thing again. Now I'm dragging all of these shapes, all 20 of them, clicking, dragging, Alt and Shift at the same time, releasing the mouse button, then releasing the Alt and Shift. One more time. Good to go. Now I have them all done. Now, if I'm horizontally aligning to the left, let me just double check my, yep. I'm also going to include in here a line segment. I want you to hold Shift as you make a line segment. Alright, and I want this line segment in each of the ones to the left. Holding down Alt, making a copy or just make another one. I want it to be absolutely vertical though. So I've got a line segment that is vertical, straight up and down on the horizontal aligning. And then I want a horizontal line on the vertical aligning. Trust me, it'll make sense in a second. So I just basically throw a line segment in there to show me those lines of alignment. You want it on the right one. Okay, good. Hold Shift and select all these. I should have put it on this side. Good. Alright, what you're going to do now is you're going to select all the shapes on the right-hand side and go through all these operations. This is horizontally aligned left. What does it do? It aligns all the objects to the left. Now, I made a mistake. I had it set to align to the artboard. I should have had it aligned to the selection. So I'm going to undo. And then now it's set to align to selection. That's good. Now it's going to align to the left. And what I'm going to see is that everything is going to align to that left-hand side along with the line segment. And it's going to align by the point furthest to the left. All right, you can see the star, the circle, and each of the squares are aligning along their left hand, their most outer left-hand point. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing for horizontally aligned center. Let's see what that does. You're kind of now seeing that what you can do with these shapes. You can have them all line up. It's great. It's helpful. Aligning to the right, especially when you have a ton of objects. Now I'm going to do the same thing for these guys. Vertically aligning to the top. Vertically align to the center. And vertically align to the bottom. Now this is a little bit more complex, which is distribute, but it is a very helpful operation. Let's say that I made myself a cool looking star, and I happen to have made a dozen of them all over the place, and I was like, hey, cool, man. I like this. All right, what I would do with these stars, I need them all to be aligned, and I need them all to be equidistant from each other. Do you know what equidistant means? Yeah, same distance apart. So I've got all these outliers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line them up first. I'm going to say align to the top. Good. Now I'm going to say, hey, horizontally distribute centered. It distributes them all horizontally and perfectly equidistant from each other. Does that make sense? That's how you do that. That is that operation. I'm not requiring you to do that, but I need you to know that that exists.